Good morning, Ed, and thank you for taking a few minutes with me today in celebration of Make a Will Month. As you know, we will be recording this conversation to share with Avow friends and supporters.
Great. Thank you, Betsy. I've witnessed many estate plans over the years. Those who plan go well. Those who fail to plan go exactly as anticipated. So today we're going to be talking about some real basics of estate planning, and I'm very proud to be here.
And I'm glad you're here with me, and also appreciative of all the service that you have offered to Avow and over the years, your board service, your legal insight from time to time, and your friendship. So thank you for that. And let's dive in a little here. Ed, as I mentioned to you that in celebration of Make a Will Month, this is the first time I'm going to do this. I'm writing my last will and testament. I'm 46 years old. I have very few assets. I don't think that I really fit the demographic of some of the folks that you work with. So I'm equally happy for you answering some questions that I have. And I know you've worked on significant estates. My questions are simple, and I'll just begin here. My first question is that I've included Avow as the beneficiary in my retirement fund as well as my life insurance policy. And what I am wondering is, does that need to be included in my will?
Good question. First, I'd like to say I'm really glad you joined Avow to head up the plan giving. What a wonderful addition. And Betsy and I are personal friends as well. And I know you're heading towards getting your chartered advisor and philanthropy designation. So way to go. Today, we're talking, as I said, about wills. And your question is, should I name beneficiaries, or is it better to establish a trust and put everything in one place so it's nice and organized so when I get sick, somebody can manage my trust? Well, the trust is superior, but if your assets are modest and you do not want to spend the time, particularly the money, on a trust set of documents, then I would say that what you're doing is absolutely correct. But be really careful that you name the correct beneficiary of Avow Hospice, Inc. or Avow Foundation, Inc. So please talk to Betsy first before you make that valuable contribution.
Thank you, Ed, for that. My next question is a really simple one. I will be leaving most of my household items, my furnishings, items that I would find in my house. I will be leaving those to Avowed treasures in my will. And what I'm wondering is if I need to list these items out for my will. How does that work?
So there's 2 points there. Number one, some of those things you might want to give away when you're much older, of course, to get the income tax write-off while you're still living, because you lose that when you pass away. And number two, you don't have to rewrite your will every time you buy a new trinket, go on a trip, come home with something. In Florida, there is a separate writing. It's a separate piece of paper where you can list all those items of tangible personal property. It only has to be witnessed by you. No notary, no lawyer, no witness. So it's just your personal piece of paper. And if you get a good copy going, give it to the organization so they know you've left all those items to the organization.
What if I change my mind? What if I change my mind about the beneficiaries in my will?
So the beneficiaries on your documents can be changed at any time. A will can be changed with an amendment called a codicil, and the separate writing could be either torn up or replaced anytime you so choose, with just you re-signing it and redating it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good information. Last question is, how do I make sure that my will is legally enforceable?
So that's pretty easy. 2 witnesses and a notary. You can do it on an envelope or a napkin. But be careful when you go online. If you try to save a little bit of money and you go with a wonderful organization like LegalZoom or Willing.com, a lot of mistakes can be made from lack of information. So find an attorney that's fair. What we do, if you fill out our questionnaire, is we give you a quote ahead of time, and you can decide to go with us or not, or go with somebody else. But the most important thing is find somebody that's local, that's fair, that's trustworthy, so they can give you that value-added advice that's not inside the will. You also need to make sure you get an excellent, durable power of attorney an excellent living will, and an excellent healthcare surrogate for medical decisions. It's all one big package, the will package.
That is all very, very helpful to me. You know, this is that time where we begin to really dig in and think about these things. And your time is so valuable. I appreciate your being here. I know that your firm is one that includes philanthropy in your estate and legacy planning. And I will also want you to know how much we appreciate that, because not everyone does that. It's very important, very valuable to our community for people in their own personal journey through legacy giving. And I just want to thank you for being here. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Ed?
No, that's it. Just these documents are flexible. You can change them anytime you want. And you being a very knowledgeable individual that can save a lot of time and energy and money by working through you and just making sure that you get all the information in one place before they get started with the process. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.
Goodbye.